I watched a lot of actors in interviews. They just said, yo, I was just true. So I try to work on that. During the winter break, I'm coming up with a whole backstory for Kenyatta. The way he went to jail is that they try to rob a bank. You know, to get some money for the community. They ain't go right. I'm thinking dead presidents. It's a scene where they try to rob a bank. You know, it's hardship. It's hard out there. I'm thinking like it's around the same time period, kind of. The only person that was an activist in that story really was one shorty, and it just goes bad. Like that's the climax of Dead President, the bank robbery, bad, and everything goes downhill. So I'm thinking, okay, they try to rob this bank and it just goes south. And then Keanu was out there in the neighborhoods as an activist in the community. He locked up. He hears about these letters. For some reason, he didn't read them. He disassociated himself from his family. While he was in there, his wife was on drugs. Like, he don't know this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, he knows this stuff because when they were together, I'm trying not to tell y'all the whole story because I was really into this story. I'm working on this character all winter. I'm working on meeting with my writers all winter. I'm working on the interlude all winter. I'm thinking, yo, my pops just passed. Whole girl telling me she don't want me for real. I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. I gotta grind hard. You know? On top of that, Morehouse is being Morehouse, man. Each semester I come back, I either not sure I got housing or I'm just gonna come back. I don't know. Cause I don't know if the grades is gonna be there or I don't know I'm gonna have the fund. I keep taking out a loan. This semester I had to do a co-sign with my mom because I didn't have they wasn't shit. Sally Mae wasn't jacking me. So like you need a co-sign now. Get a co-sign, bet we back. Like this is supposed to be a lot. Like I gotta supposed to be my last year. I gotta make sure these classes is good. So when we come back now, you got the play, comedy sketch show, you got the interlude, and you gotta stay on top of your classes. I'm after working on these things, pre-production all winter, we're back. For pre-production for 4 weeks, we're back. Plays in March, interlude is in February. For some reason, interlude is no longer in February. Interlude is now in March. Cool. We do the interlude. Got that out the way. Multicam, people was there, it was a vibe. Boy paid like he had a grant, so he paid somebody to do audio. Nobody here at the time was really good at capturing the audio. Boy did audio. Paid him three racks for audio. Okay, the play was coming up. So we shot the interlude. A week or a few days later, the cast of A Different World comes on to Clark Atlanta's campus, comes to the AUC. They stop at Morehouse and they speak to the students, do this whole event, right? Whenever there's an event, CAUTV is there to shoot it. I'm like, I'm directing this. What are you talking about? This is early in the morning. March 3rd is when they come. Um, that same day. I don't know. I gotta look back. I think I got it either backwards. I either did the interlude and then I had to do the play that same day, or a different world comes in that morning and I had to do the play that same day. Either either or, I directed that day, and we opened for Sunset Baby that night. So we do that. It's but things with the I'm not as involved with the comedy sketch show for two reasons. One, this is too much on my plate. Too much production going on. Maybe when I'm done with the interlude, I come back. Maybe when I'm done with the play, I come back. Two, my humor not there. I can't. Mind you, nobody knows what's going on with me. My peers really don't know this. My castmates don't know what's going on with me. Professors are probably the only person that knows what's going on with me is Brian Jenkins. He knows about the girl. He knows about my pops, cause I keep him informed. And I'm like, I'm not feeling my humor, my funny not there. I don't feel like being funny. Like I don't feel like being funny. I don't feel like playing Officer Buckwheat. He dressing in little short shorts. I don't want to put that on. I don't feel like doing it. So I tell him I'm trying to focus on the play. I don't really tell him I'm focused on the play. I tell the next convenient person to take on the show. I need you to lead everybody. He's most consistent. I said, yo, I need you to go lead the people and finish out the show. He said, bet, I got you, KJ. I'm gonna go focus on this play. He said, bet. That happens. Here's another thing that happens. I find out at the beginning of the semester that shorty that said she didn't have the capacity for a relationship is in a whole relationship. I'm like, yo, whoa, what is that? Yo, I'm like, yo. The summer before that, we was on and off. I was talking to my homeboy. He was like, yo, she's showing you that she's not for you. Bet. You didn't get into that C-Tims. They showing you that they not for you. Bet. I gotta stay on task. Create and better the craft. I'm tunnel vision. Working on this play. I'm tunnel vision. It was a 4-night open week. 4 weeks. Knocked that out the park. We did good. The interlude, that's out the way. Now I gotta work on getting. I'm still not engaged. Now on top of that, I'm disengaged. I'm not interested in this classes. What's happening? I'm heartbroken, bro. And Pop's going. I'm a funny going. This is the spring semester. Towards we get to the end of the spring semester, I see Shorty again. I saw her a couple times. I saw her before the play. Got a boyfriend? This is how I found out she got a boyfriend. I'm like, what's up? Like, I thought we could be friends. You don't answer my text. Yeah, my boyfriend don't really want me talking to you. Boyfriend? That's how I found out about the boyfriend. Boyfriend? Girl, go on. And then that was the last. Nah, then the last time I saw her, I crashed out. Yeah, I crashed out. It was the day before their graduation. She was graduating. She's about to leave. And the last thing you want to tell me that you not gonna talk to me, we can't. What the fuck are you talking about? Before I did the play, we was working like you was helping me with my lines and shit. Like I crashed out. I barked on her. I probably shouldn't have did that. It wasn't the best idea. I barked. I blacked. I'm yelling. Crashed out. Next day, graduate, gone. Semester's over. Classes, I barely just passed. We're back in summertime. Now, before the semester ends, this is something else that interesting that happened. The interlude. The agreement was I shoot it, I edit it. Boy wanted something specific, some type of effect. And I'm letting him know, okay, we had to shoot it this way to get that effect that you wanted. So that's not what's gonna happen. He was like, that's cool. So he ends up asking for the footage. He wants to take the footage. I'm like, why? I shoot it, I edit. What you want the footage for? Oh, my boy, go and edit it. You playing with me? I thought that man, you playing with me. I go on, listen. We can sit down and work on it. I call you. Can you still send that up? I say I bet. We have a deadline. We gave ourselves a deadline to release this project. So I give him the project. I give him the project, and I give him. I edit this shit. I'm done with it. Like so when we releasing it, I want this thing to be out. And I'm texting dude. Nothing. Go. Oh yeah, bro. Like I'm texting dude. I see him passing. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? I go and release it. I'm like, yo, you playing with me. All I ask is for communication. He get tight. Yo, bro, like this is not this is not the plan. What's the plan? You never told me the plan. What was the plan? The original plan, I shot it, I edit, I release it. She said, just make sure you call it the director's cut. I was gonna do that already. Alright, thank you. God bless. Like bro, I'm not in the mood. Old girl playing with me, he playing with me. As low as my pops, y'all, everybody playing with me. So the funniest shit happens this semester. This is funny to me. Out of all the bullshit that happens, right? On the last night of the play, I'm hearing my fellow, not my castmates, but people who was crew on this play. The assistant director and homegirl who did the costumes of the play, right? They two talking, right? And I'm like, oh, you're popping out tonight? We're gonna celebrate. I'm like, this is what they said word for word. I'm not playing. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna look like a slut tonight. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have my titties out. I'm like, ooh, titties? I like titties. I'm not saying this. I'm like, this is what I said. I'm like, word? Y'all going out? Nobody says nothing. I'm like, what? I'm about to celebrate the play. You look like a slut. Titties out. I asked my homeboy. Now my homeboy, I asked him, like, my other castmate, like, yo, is a party tonight? They're celebrating. He smiles like, like, what the fuck was that? I asked one of the girls who works on the AUC Comedy Sketch Show. She's one of the writers, one of the actors on the show. No, she's really one of the writers. I asked her, yo, you know about this party? She said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I asked my boy who I put in charge of the show. He's like, yeah, she didn't know how to tell you. What you mean she didn't know how to tell me? What is the issue? And I'm like, what really? First of all, this play, I'm the lead. And I'm not just saying that because I'm bragging. Like, yeah, I'm the lead though. Like, I'm still part of this play. If I wasn't a lead, I was a second character. I'm the lead. I'm the main character of this whole thing. I don't get it. Normally, people come in. I didn't really speak to everybody. It wasn't on purpose. Everybody was off doing their own thing, so I'm cool. Me and the assistant, we bumped heads because she was like, everything, memory of lines. I'm like, alright, I'm trying. I'll trip up, I'll forget a line, I call for it. Memory of lines. Y'all better remember your lines. Like and at first I thought me and her cool. I used to walk her to a room. We used to talk about movie. Me, I love movie. I'm trying to build some type of chemistry, and then we just talk less. We talk less and less because it seemed like Shorty mad at me. I'm not memory of lines. She's yelling at me. First of all, Shorty, stop yelling at me. That's what you're not gonna do. You telling me to remember my lines, not even gonna help me remember lines. How about you pull out the script, say, hey, listen, let's read these lines so you can remember. Let's do a read. Even the director said, pull her to the side. You could pull them to the side. Professor Silver said, you could pull her to the side. And he talks really light, and he wears this like long pajama looking things. It's like a cape. It's like a sweater but a cape. He talks soft. Listen, we need you to remember your lines. You could pull Kayla to the side. You could pull her to the side. Just run your lines. Make sure you run the lines. I'm like, cool, yeah, alright, cool. But she come and talk. Maybe she got beef because I wasn't remember. Maybe they didn't think I was a good enough actor. Maybe they thought my acting sucked. I don't know. Whatever the case is, what are you celebrating? I'm gonna keep it a stack. It's a play with no breaks, no cuts, no acts. It had act, but it's like it doesn't break. It's straight. It's a short play. It's only 3 characters. 3 characters. It's a 3-person. It's 3 casts. Out of all the actors, I was there every night. The other 2 actors had other obligations. They worked on campus. Other one was an RA, had to do desks. The other one, I had a job. I wasn't working at it. I quit Nike my first semester here. I was not working and doing all this shit. I said I'm gonna get all to my productions and everything I got into what I do. And they ain't invite me. Like, I'm pissed. Talking about titties gonna be out. You gonna look, alright, what? We can't vibe? I'm pissed. And the day before graduation, she showed you I black. Like, I black. Should've did that though. Should've did that. That's the end of that year. After the interlude, I did that. I said I wanted to do more. So we decided to do our own thing. We're gonna call it AUC sessions. I went against my own advice, but we couldn't come up with a name, so AUC sessions, it just has a ring to it. I ain't gonna call it sessions, and it sounds like AUC sessions sound better, so we just gonna just gather artists, shoot them in various spots, and that's that. We did 3 episodes. I'm still struggling with my classes. Before that, Spike Lee Fellowship comes around again. Grades is not up. Didn't get it. Then there's this new fellowship, Tyler Perry Studios. Grades not up. Didn't get it. And then that was the spring semester. Although I did get this one internship called Partners in Crime, which was cool. I got a chance to produce and direct and edit a little bit. We had to work for. We had to make 3 videos for Georgia Stand Up. It's an organization to get people out there and vote. We did 3 videos for them. That's why I want internship. So now I got one internship under the belt. I get into this other thing called Paramount Storytellers. I become an ambassador. I get that. The internship, there was a link being passed around. I applied. Story Labs, again, thanks to Brian Jenkins. Every possible opportunity happens is because of Brian Jenkins. I get to produce my stuff and better the craft because of Brian Jenkins. Along with Brian Jenkins, I get the help of Gerald Daniels and James Parkman. I call them the 3-headed ghosts because, they pretty much run CAU TV and they help any student that comes in there that wants to create. And they help me better the craft and create my whole entire time I'm out there. So I thank them a lot. And then that spring semester ends and then something happens. My classes get dropped. I couldn't pay my tuition. So after the spring I did a fall. We did the AUC sessions, comedy sketch show. I'm still not involved. All right, I'm still not. I let this boy. You know what I mean. I'm disappointed because they're not putting out as much episodes as expected. The semester before that, they did like 1. He's like, but KJ, when you did it, you know what I mean, had a lot going on. You had a lot going on. Me too. That's why I'm like, I respect it. Let's not make a habit out of this. The summer before that, I try to get back into content creating. That's when I meet. It's not my first time meeting Nina. I hit Nina up like, listen, I'm back. What we doing outside? So we shot a couple skits. I reconnected with my homeboy CJ. I met him when I used to work at Champs. That's when we reconnected. So I reconnected with Nina and CJ that summer. That summer before the fall. We shooting skits and we planning things when I come back in December. CJ, yo, when I come back, we're gonna shoot this short film. He wrote a script. Me and CJ talked about the script from August to December. Now we're kind of up to date with recent events, and that's when Nina talked to me about her show. I'm a producer, I produce CJ's short film. I produce Nina's show, and then, but this was I wasn't in school. I went to school that fall, and I come back home. I'm told, yo, you. I'm like, but yeah, it's me. I produce. I got a degree already. Just let me get my second one. I met Spike. He called me Boogie Down. Yo, let me come back over some money. Come on, it wasn't even a grade. It was really some money. I got one more semester to go. One more just to finish. Just one more just to finish. I didn't do that. I didn't do that too good in my classes. But let me just get out of here, man. I really want that degree from my mom, man. I want that degree from my mom's. I'm not gonna lie. Since I was a kid, I am one of those kids who grew up in a 2-parent home. Know what I'm saying? I didn't really grow up in the projects. Only time I've been in the projects is when I went to go spend summers with my cousin. I was fortunate enough to grow up in a 2-parent home, in a house at that. I was fortunate enough to have a mom to put me in activities as a kid. Like, me and my sister. She put my sister in dancing. She put me in art. She knew I was creative. I want to draw. She put me in drawing class. She put me and my sister in swimming. It's like, I remember one time in middle school, son came up to me. He was like, "Yo, you want to be blood?" I'm like, "What for?" He's like, "You scared?" I said, "No." Like, I literally didn't see the point. So I did grow up hard. Was very blessed. Shit, my mom did things for us. We was able to go to Disney World. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Disney World twice, nigga. What you talking about? Cause of my mom. I've been on cruises cause of my mom. I'm like, how do you repay back someone who's giving you everything? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I gotta finish this degree. I didn't get to walk in BMCC. You know what I mean? I want to invite the fams out for this one. This is Atlanta. This is Morehouse. Very prestigious. You know what I'm saying? Like the list of alumni that been to Morehouse is just, it's great. I want that. I want that for my mom. You know what I'm saying? So classes could drop. And mind you, bro, she signed, like, she started paying a little bit out of pocket for me. Like, they started giving me money. She did the consign. She gave me some bread. Like, she gave money out of her pocket for me to continue. So I gotta. That's the only way I gotta finish. I gotta make it all work. So they tell me that it's winter break. I still gotta meet with the writers. I gotta make sure the writers is good, cause spring semester I'm not coming back. I can't produce. So I've been producing, working on Nina's show, CJ's project, and I can't come back. I'm back in the city that I didn't want to be in the first place. Winter's over. Me and Nina had a little falling out. Me and CJ, we're gonna start a new sketch show. I want to start it. If I'm in New York, I'm gonna start a new sketch show in New York. That's, and now I'm sitting here, I'm reflecting as my birthday approaches. I'm gonna be 29. I'm passionate, I'm driven, I'm ambitious, I'm a dreamer. I work hard for my goals and for my dreams. I usually don't celebrate my birthday, but I look back at all this adversity. I usually don't celebrate my birthday. But as I look back through all these obstacles, I always told myself to keep moving forward. Shit, we the Robinsons in this bitch. Keep moving forward. And when I text BJ, he's a mentor, he's someone close to me. I text him, I tell him about, yo bro, she don't want to be with me. I tell him, yo, C-Tim's is playing with me. Tell him, yo, Morehouse, you're not jacking. Keep moving forward. That's what he said. Alright, keep pushing. You'll make it through. I tell myself that. I usually don't celebrate my birthday because I look back and like, yo, did you get that job? Did you get that major? Did you get that girl? That kid in the high school, if he was standing in front of me right now, I think he'd be proud of me. 18-year-old me will be proud of me. 19-year-old me, as I turn 29, 19-year-old KJ will be proud of me. If standing in front of me, be like, yo, bro, like, you are becoming someone who says what they're going to do. You're becoming someone who does what they said they're going to do. If 19-year-old KJ was standing in front of me, he'll be proud of me. He'll say, yo, you really became someone that does what they said they was going to do.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yo, you became a producer? You act in a play? Screenwriting? Like, yo, you got a whole show? Multiple shows. You helping, like, multiple shows. Like, yo. 10-year-old me that put on Do the Right Thing for the first time. Yo, you producing a short film? You produced a short film? Yo, you doing it. So, I'm going to celebrate my birthday this year. You know, I'm going to celebrate the things I accomplish. I'm going to toast up to the things I didn't get done. I'm going to toast up to the things that I failed at. School, cool. Girlfriends, cool. But we still are doing shit. And, yo, we gotta keep moving forward. I'm blessed to have to go around the world another year. I'm blessed to have the mother that I have. I'm blessed to have the support that I have. So we're gonna celebrate as I turn 29 this year, because we're gonna keep moving forward. We got many, like, I can't stop. Won't stop. No day. But I can't sit down and be still. I'm getting my funny back. I'm gonna do this new sketch show. I'm gonna get my funny back. We're gonna better the craft, and we're gonna continue to create. And then by the time, shit, next year I'm gonna be 30. Wow. Yo, next year I'm gonna be 30. By the time I'm 30, I'm going to have done the things I said I was going to do. There's gonna be things that's come up that I'm going to want to do. I'm gonna do more stand-up. I'm gonna shoot my first short film as I turn 30 next year, which is crazy. I'm gonna look back and, cause I'm going to be doing things. I'm gonna look back at the things I did accomplish, not the things I didn't accomplish. Cause I accomplished many great things this past year, and the year before that, and the year before that. And I know for sure I'm going to accomplish many things in the next year. If I don't end up back in Morehouse, then Morehouse wasn't for me. But I bet you I won't stop producing something. I won't stop creating, writing, directing, being funny. So we're gonna keep moving forward. For next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. We're gonna stay great, baby.